to another edition of Visionary Dreamcasters Minecraft. I'm your host Vypran, and this is my daughter, Flamegirl, who can never quite finish. Wait until I'm finished to speak. But anyway, weird and wonderful tonight. Weird and wonderful. That's what we're up to. She hasn't even logged in yet.
Yes, I have.
Oh, she has. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You were mistaken. Oh god.
And yet in real life, she hadn't quite logged into the game, so you... Oh gee. Oh gee. So yeah, tonight the theme for the chat is going to be weird and wonderful things. Anything weird and wonderful you've either found on the net, you've experienced in life, or just basically heard about, or whatever.
I know what's weird and wonderful.
Yeah, what's that? Okay, yes.
Definitely weird.
So am I. I think
Not
everybody
sure
has a
about
little
the
weird and
wonderful.
wonderful going on. But yeah, you got lots of it, Flame. That one is about to die. That is not cool. Was going to make a thumbnail, but now I'm not.
That is so triggering.
What? Oh, that you fell off?
No, I was here. I was here, right? I was here.
Yeah.
And then I jumped. It was literally a 1-block jump. And I missed.
Oh no.
The baddest part is this is my parkour.
Ah.
I can't even do it.
Skip.
No, I might just make this stairs. I really...
Yeah, well, you usually, yeah. You can put other sorts of things in there that'll stop people from getting in.
Yeah.
Well, nothing
I'm
can
not
really
doing
stop
any
anybody
redstone.
in Minecraft. That is one of the key points, isn't it?
Mm.
Nothing can stop you from doing pretty much anything.
Oh my gosh, it's that
With the
pretty
right blocks, you can do
the
it.
pretty sunset. I forgot that I have this view.
Yeah. I got the same view.
I don't want to jump off though because that'll be a mistake.
Oh,
What was that?
I don't know. That was something going zzz, zzz.
That was me because only my phone vibrates because I never have notifications on.
Ah, I see. I see, he said. Oh.
Now I'm going to completely mute the phone.
So, weird and wonderful things. Internet stuff. Weird and wonderful. Oh geez. Oh geez, where do you start? Where do we start on that one? That's a big one. That is a big one.
Over.
Well, our world itself, that is a weird and wonderful thing. Hey, look, is your bed there, or no, you got to fall back down? Oh yeah. Your bed is too far away. Do not even try. Do not even try to sleep.
It's not like
in
people
bed.
in this game can jump. Oh my gosh, can like jump onto their bed or anything.
Yeah.
Go from here, jump it. Get in. Okay. I was about to do the dumbest thing and break the way up.
Oh, okay. Oh, starting. I see. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Ooh, live control room. That sounds cool.
This is just gonna be me inhaling for the next like 10 minutes trying to get all the way up.
Really?
Yes, because I don't have any blocks on me either because I'm an idiot.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm to need some wood.
Is that not? I don't think that is it? Are those solid? Dark. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. That was hard to see.
What this ted's made out of? I think it's dark oak. Dang it. Not spruce.
Hang on, why can't I get dark oak planks here? Oh, I think I know what they are. Somehow I've turned those dark oak, instead of into planks, I've turned them into the full dark oak blocks, which is just a waste, just a big waste. So that's spruce, and those are dark oak wood. Son of a bum. Because I needed dark oak planks. Well, great. Just great.
Life couldn't be any more helpful.
Mm-hmm. This one, perhaps, might be helpful. Oh, that'll be stream elements.
I was just gonna say there's a comment but no viewers. What?
Yeah.
I have the questions. Okay, you know what?
Ooh.
These can go die in a hole. Because parkour, I hate parkour.
Ah.
What did you do?
I haven't done anything. It's just like it's given me this new option, so I tried it, and you pretty much can't do anything. Well done. Either my computer is not good enough, or something's broken. So we shall see about this. I don't have any dark oak wood now. Okay, well that really
Helps.
twists my nipples there. That does not feel good. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Bing bing bing. Oh, where is that? Oh, I just clicked it away, didn't I? Son of a bitch.
Oh, right. I see how I did it now.
It's a large JPEG. Oh no. So I can't read it with that. That sucks.
I can't place stairs.
Yeah, what?
I can't place stairs.
That's no good. Learn how to... Hey, George, how's it going? Hey, Johnny Monster.
Hi, George. And, wait, who's here?
George and Johnny Monster.
Okay, hi.
Aussie Cat. Aussie Cat is in the house.
Oh,
what
that's
was I doing?
probably why I couldn't go up anymore.
I found you tagging on the wall, George. George was here. You're lucky I didn't have a graffiti tag kit on me at the time. AKA an axe.
Wait, you didn't have it?
I did have an axe. I did have an axe.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
This is the first time
you
haven't had something.
I thought it was funny. So yeah, I'm still working on the roof and talking about weird and wonderful things that I find on the interwebs. Like what wonderful things are happening in the world right now? Who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to get these to all balance out, and it's not working. And I was going to go back to the house and get some more dark oak because I'm running out. I don't want to run out of that stuff. It's useful. Oh, actually, this is the way down. Go down the scaffolds. Here, I might send out some invites while I'm at it. So, you safe? Yeah, okay. Hey, smart bird, how's it going? Okay, just give me a sec here. Just blue screening. Blue screening.
It's going to be a blue screen for a little bit. Wait, I can do anything they can't see.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you can do anything and they can't see. That's right. Now, what are we looking at here? We're looking at... Ooh, 7 Days to Die. We could have played that.
Oh, yeah, we haven't played that in ages.
I know, right?
They shall never know what I do behind the screen.
Where is, oh, I don't even know if he's on tonight.
Oh no, small bird's screaming. Why are you screaming?
Ah, it's because it's a blue screen. She's dying. Don't die, small bird. We're not completely gone. It's just taking a long time to find everybody's names.
Nobody shall know what I do behind the screen.
Yeah, well, O is not there. I missed O. There it goes. There it is. But he's playing Black Ops.
Black Ops Zombie. Oh,
yeah.
Zombies gave me Black Ops.
Yeah, we did used to play zombies, didn't we? We used to play that together.
Wait, we did? I thought I just played
So smart bird. I hate blue screen. Oh dear. Well, you wouldn't want to have been around in the 90s, because that was the colour of the screen, the TV screen, when there was no signal. Yep. That's where it all started, back in the 90s. The first blue screens.
Wait, I want like a light radio.
Which is not a weird thing. And Smallbird's like blue. Ah! And what Smallbird doesn't realise is that at this very moment, you are watching us with a blue screen behind us. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, really? You're just lucky. You're just lucky that you can't see the blue because it's screened out. Oh, and now we've got a paradox. We're using blue for a green screen. No!
I look so pale. I'm not a vampire. I swear.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to convince everybody that you're not a vampire. But vampires are a weird and wonderful thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are one of the weird and wonderful things.
Love them.
Now, that is where we're going to start. Zoom, 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 says Smarbird. Smarbird, are vampires real? Okay, what do you think? Vampires real?
Yes.
Okay, you think vampires real?
I just want them to be real because I like vampires.
And I'm sure they like every human ever. Because apparently, you know, you can survive on rats as a vampire, but yeah.
They prefer humans. Humans taste better.
It's like, yeah. It'd be like steak versus rabbit stew. That is not the box that I want to go to.
And right then you put on a vampire voice.
Hey Molly, how's it going? Lovely Molly in the house. Can I do that from here? And it's like, yes, you can do that. You've just got to reach out. You just got to reach out and hit a button. It is like it's so far away. Lady Hellbot is not working tonight. I'm Lady Hellbot.
Like vacation or something?
No, I don't know. No. I don't know what she's up to. She's an AI. But we're talking about weird and wonderful things, Molly, and I asked Flamegirl here, are vampires real? And she's like, yeah, I want them to be real.
I want them to be real, that's why I said they are.
Yeah. And you know, what if vampires were like a metaphor for something else? Well, you know, you've got a vampire physically sucks your blood out of you. Okay, now as we know, blood is a critical component to the human body.
Just
it's
a
like
small, giant critical.
Yeah, it's very useful in the ways of surviving. Molly says, hello, thank you. George says, will you just do another build contest just like that? Yes, I will do another build contest, but first I've got to go and bling and do ninjas, haven't I? Where is that ninja boy? He's got to send me an invite so I can go and do his work. But I've actually got to put up the picture of the build that got out of hand. Hey, can we sleep? Can we sleep?
No, we can't.
Because I did a first... Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm right in my room. What did you say?
I did a first version of Ninja's house, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then I had an idea, so I did a second version, and that one's like so massive. And I'm like, oh, which one do I send him? Do I send him the one that is just basic, or do I send him the one that's just massive? I'm not sure how long the massive one's going to take. It might be like 10 hours. I was hoping to do one in 2 hours. This is not going to be a 2-hour build. It is not going to be a 2-hour build. Ow. Oh no, did I forget dirt? I think I forgot dirt. But yeah, back to vampires. Let's talk vampires. Physical vampires suck your blood, right? But there's other type of vampires. They, like I was saying, they might be a metaphor for other types of vampires. There's like emotional vampires and spiritual vampires, that sort of thing. So maybe by creating the myth and legend of the vampire itself, they were actually alluding to the idea that there might be other types of vampires existing on different levels of reality that we're not quite aware of here in our, our reality, this version of what we understand to be real. This collective hallucination there. No, it's not. That would be funny if it was a collective hallucination. But yeah, in other legends about vampires, there was a bunch called the Archons, who were a spiritual type of vampire that basically they fed on the pain and suffering of humanity, because apparently we're really emotional, feeling type being. Hey, what now?
That reminded me of that one episode in Dirk Gently's when those... Oh wait, it wasn't one episode, it was many, when the people...
What were they called again?
Fear. I forgot what they were called, but
man,
they were just a bunch of people that created chaos, and they fed off of people's fear.
Yeah, that's right. But they were actually doing it in a good way. They were portrayed as good. They would... Well, even though they were very violent and beat a lot of people up, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
So that obviously isn't good. But, hey, give me the dirt.
Yeah, that just reminded me real quick about that.
And they did, when that girl was having, in Dirk Gently's holistic detective show, which is, I don't know, how would you explain that one? It's kind of like a comedy, but
it's
kind of like a fantasy reality mix-up, mash-up. Rather interesting, actually, to watch. And it involves a lot of unusual ideas mixed into one giant story. Oh, that looks terrible.
Everything is connected.
Yeah, that's of course what holistic means. But yeah, I wish I could remember the name of the guys that that were like sort of draining all that bad energy that the girl had pulsing through her. She'd get like these wicked attacks of anxiety, and when she'd go through it, they'd see it like an amazing opportunity to feed, and all they'd need is her rather than beating people up and then stealing their fare. I haven't had TV channels in over 20 years. I'm way over... Yeah, that one's actually on Netflix, so yeah. We've got TV channels, but I haven't found anything worthwhile watching on all, 96 channels that we've got on that thing. I think the main watcher is my lovely lady of those, and I'm not even sure what she's watching at the moment. But yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, at first when Dad showed me the show, I was like, do I have to watch this?
Yeah.
But then after, I was like the obsessed one.
Yeah, she stayed up all night and watched how many episodes?
I watched the entire season in one night because I wanted to know how it ended.
That's right, you did too. You did too.
I was obsessed. I still am. I'm waiting for season 3.
Well, that was the thing. Unfortunately, the show got cancelled.
It did?
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me.
I did tell you. You said you don't want to hear it, so yeah.
Yeah, of course I didn't want to hear it. It's like my favorite show.
Nobody wants to hear the truth.
The truth hurts.
It sure does.
I don't know
this is
why.
not
I
working.
mean, I was basically joking about it hurting, but for some reason I nearly cried. No, I
Well,
was joking.
you know, some people do take TV shows very seriously. I don't know if I'm one of them. I don't think I
you're
really
not.
am. Are you being sarcastic now? Are you being sarcastic about my love for my love of movies and cinema and television?
Definitely.
Well, you know, it started at an early age, memorizing certain funny TV shows because I thought they were hilarious. So I'd go on and memorize them for some reason. 1, 2, 3. Okay, already I can tell this is all out of whack.
Wait, actually,
this is all out of whack. This is not working. This is not working at all. Oh, no Netflix either. Oh dear. At least he didn't withhold that from you and wait for years for season 3. Exactly, Molly. I did tell her.
True.
I did say it like, you know, there's some bad news first. I didn't like sugarcoat it very well, but I was like, I gave you a warning. Give you a heads up on that one. There's bad news coming. I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Wait, they didn't even tell me that.
Hey, what? Well, it was in the car. You hardly ever listen to me in the car. She just started this whole idea of actually listening to her father, which I think is amazing. It's a great idea.
I just started listening to him because I want to focus more in class.
Yeah.
So if I can focus on Dad, then I can focus in class.
Yeah. Oh, what does that tell you? I don't know. I don't know what that tells me. Okay, this is where it all mixes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it goes 2. Okay. Okay, can it be done? Is it just slightly out of it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it goes 2. 1, 2, and then it's down to 1, and then we should be balanced. Kind of. Did I want it to go to a little point? Did I want it to have a little point? So let's continue. Vampires. Vampires. What comes after vampires? What are sort of associated with vampires? Silver. Okay, now silver, of course, killed vampires. Like, and why is that? Why does silver? What does silver have to do with blood? What does garlic have to do with vampires and blood? Well, garlic is a blood purifier, which is why most people take a clove of garlic every other day or every morning or something just to cleanse their blood.
That could be why it hurts vampires, because they take blood, and that blood mixing in with their vampire blood would turn it bad, wouldn't it? So if they take garlic, then it'll try to cure them, since they're evil.
You hear a cat echoing. Yes, indeed.
That is my cat.
Her cat.
She's so adorable. Look at her.
Yeah. With those yellow haunting eyes that just bear deeply into your soul and just start ripping it out.
I specifically wanted a black cat, so I'm happy that I got her. Or him. I don't know its gender. You guys tell me what its gender is. She's staring at me because I can't let her stand up because of all the redstone on this world. I'm sorry.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, I'm looking at this.
Molly's laughing at that one.
Like, look at all my brand new armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Except with this, I can't take that off.
Oh,
but that's fine. It's fine. I got my boots back.
I think I like all of that except for that one block.
That one block can go.
Yeah. And have I done that incorrectly? I have done that incorrectly. It's supposed to be 2 that away. Oh no. This is what gets me, Molly, is how perfect I have to make it. Or at least it has to be close enough that you can't really notice.
For me, everything has to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 this way.
Wait a minute.
one there. Is it?
I was going looking for a horse, that's right.
Have you found my horse yet?
No.
Damn it!
Do you even remember when you
Horace is lost.
When you last?
I don't remember. Otherwise, I would have found Horace the horse. The OCD is real. I feel your pain. Yeah, I know, right? Like that time that your cupcake touched the sign and you guys had to move it over a block. Oh man, that was. I could see that happening. I probably should have said something, but I was like, no, just let it happen. Like, I'm sure that cupcake's like one block too close, but yeah.
There's some fields over here according to your map.
Yes,
like
there
very
is.
far over here. Like I'm talking.
Oh, are you going
to
to have a look for a horse?
Yeah.
Okay, which means I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh
okay.
wait, I should probably grab a bed. You know, I'm gonna camp out and whoever's this house is, sleep in the bed.
Hey, Rev, how's it going, buddy?
Oh wait, this is Aussie Cats. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow your bed. Thanks.
I'm so mean. I wasn't entirely sure. If I'm not 100% sure that something's gonna happen like that, I won't mention it. Because, yeah.
Aussie Cat doesn't even have a bed.
Doesn't he?
No.
Yeah.
Unless he's got a bed in here. Let's see.
And how's the sexy Scott doing tonight?
Dude, Aussie, where's your bed?
Oh, George is playing Black Ops. I don't think he'll be able to talk. It's one of those. It's super fast paced. Obviously, you can't just. One does not simply pause Black Ops Online. You just that is not.
You
how
do
it
that,
works.
you die. I know.
Did I just smash those glass?
All right, I guess I'll have to go all the way back into town.
Oh, you know what I just did?
What?
I cut off my one exit. I cannot get back. No, I can jump across to there, so that'll be fine.
Well, we're sleeping, so...
Yep. Yeah, Rev's just woken up, and the kids get back today, and he's feeling fantastic. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome
Wait,
stuff.
how do you get up the stairs? Oh,
Well,
this dude's blocking it.
Yeah, you can't get through there at the moment because that dude's in the way.
No, I got up.
Oh yeah, sweet.
I'm a master.
Oh, hey.
You're the one that complained about not sleeping.
Well, yeah, I did. I certainly did.
Until you broke your own.
But then, of course, yeah, I'm stuck in a position. Oh, I've done it again. I've walked myself into a trap. Yeah.
Twice.
So yeah, I guess getting back to the vampire idea, the whole
Wait,
garlic thing. Like, I know there's a whole bunch of people that actually live like vampires and stuff like that, but they don't exactly drink blood. But they live a lot like vampires. Just because that's their thing, they like to. So in a way, vampires do exist. People role playing for the entire life are actually trying to be vampires. And then we get so many movies about them. I wonder where the first movie about that came out.
Yeah, like who came up with the idea of somebody that had fangs and would bite people in the neck and drink them of their blood?
Yeah, well, blood was energy, you know. I suppose it's kind of cannibalistic, just like zombies, you know. Zombies are cannibals. Mindless cannibals. Okay, I need to go get ready for the short visits. It's all good, Red. No need to be apologetic about the short visits. Life is where it's at, buddy. Go live it. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for you.
Do you mind if I take this bed?
Yes. Okay, I'm already minding it very serious. Nah, you can take the bed. I'll expect full payment with interest.
I will bring you half a stack of iron for it.
Woohoo!
Because I just
Score.
went on an iron speed.
Totally score. Aussie,
Ah,
George is in
Aussie,
here.
hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, stop ignoring me. Hey.
He can't hear you.
Hey.
He can't hear you. He's like, mer, mer, mer.
Hey.
It just make.
Hey.
Oh.
He fell.
Try not to kill George while you're at it. Yeah.
Literally, all I
might
wanted was at least sort of hay back.
I might have turned PvP on. I think.
Wait, you did?
I might have. So yeah, just be careful with your
Wait,
swords.
should I test it? No, I'm kidding.
Nosferatu 1922 was the first made vampire movie. That's right. That is right.
I'm wondering if somebody came... I've always wondered if somebody came up with the idea of vampires or if somebody actually saw a vampire.
Yeah, well,
and created the story or something.
That's what I would have thought, is that somebody would have told the story, everybody would have thought it was ludicrous, and then of course later on people just thought it was a great story, so they started writing about vampires. Maybe
or maybe they were real.
Maybe.
I sort of want vampires to be real just because I used to be a fangirl about vampires. I say used as if my friend didn't buy me vampire fangs. Like, she literally recently just bought them and they're being delivered.
Oh, cool.
So, like, yeah, that's going to be great.
It sure is.
If they ever arrive, I'll wear them on stream.
You know, there is a ton of good vampire movies out there. Some vampire comedies, but of course, like Rev said, the 1922 version was the first on-screen version of vampires. But you know, there was superstitious times back then, of course. You know, everything was a lot more. You know, knowledge was hard to get, and understanding was even harder to get because there was so much bias and apparent. Well, it seemed, you know, looking back over history, it seemed as if certain people controlled what sort of information we get, and like it's happening today though. You know, look at Google controlling the way we see ads and what information we can get, and certain companies that are, certain websites that are completely blacklisted off Google. You just cannot reach them through Google. Like they won't appear in search boxes and stuff like this. And that was just a recent development. So maybe things like vampires were a real thing, and they were using things like movies to hide the fact, so that they say, oh, you know, it's just like everything I talk about. It's like it could be those movies are just tricking us into thinking they're not real. But why? What would be the purpose of that? What would be the reason for that sort of trickery?
Oh, maybe the person who first discovered vampires, if they are real, asked first because they knew what the vampire was capable of, maybe. And the vampire said he could, but he had to make it look like it was fictional. And since then, maybe they just thought it was fictional. I don't know.
Well, there's certain religions, or, you know, well, cults, I suppose you'd call them, rather than religions, or, yeah, that have certain ideals that they have to stick to, that they have to, holy crap, did I go through all those? Oh, man. Yeah, so they have to stick to these certain rules about how they behave in order for them to be accepted by the god they pray to, or the people the entities they believe in. And so maybe it's part of that.
Maybe.
It looks like a black and white version of The Mask. Yeah. that old.
Oh, I love The Mask.
The Mask was a good movie. You know, that's bringing a whole lot of different things into existence. Also, like Loki. They used the god of mischief as the basis for The Mask, didn't they? And then, of course, we see Loki today in the Thor movies. And, you know, it's a much different character to the character we saw as Jim Carrey playing The Mask. Please do not watch The Mask Returns with the guy that's not Jim Carrey. That is terrible. Oh, man, that was yeah. We've got to give some ups to bad movies, though. They just make good movies look so much better, for one, and for two. Sometimes they're hilarious. There's gets to a point where a bad movie is so bad that it's awesome. And you know, I suppose there's whole followings along those lines too. Oh look, there's George. He's putting a torch back over there. What are you doing, George? I gotta keep an eye on that guy. He keeps taking my stone.
Yeah. When I heard that Jim Carrey died.
What? Jim Carrey is not dead. My gosh.
Well, somebody told me that he died, and I was like, "Who's Jim Carrey?" Because I'm bad with names, and he was like, "Oh, the guy that played The Mask," and I like.
I'm pretty sure Jim Carrey is not dead, and neither is he a vampire. Maniac, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Jim Carrey's not dead, damn it. The reason we haven't seen Jim Carrey is that he went on a spiritual journey. He has become a very woke individual, and he is now sort of using his status, his fame, to get those ideas out there. It's all about peace, love, and harmony and stuff. You know, just like John Lennon, Martin Luther King, all that sort of thing. So, yeah, if, say, Jim Carrey said the wrong thing about the wrong people at the wrong time, sure, we might see a dead Jim Carrey. I wouldn't like to, though. I think the guy's really cool. Might go to bed soon. I'm kind of iffy. Oh, yeah. Well, we're just talking weird and wonderful stuff here, Maniac Gamer, if you want to get in on this action. Sort of started off on this topic of zombies, of vampires, and we sort of touched on zombies because, you know, vampires drink blood, zombies eat flesh, cannibalism, that sort of thing. Just exploring some ideas around the weird and wonderful things that we have in our universe. You know, that of course brings in other stuffs like ghosts. You know, what would be a possible story behind the idea of ghosts? Oh, Maniac loves weird stuff. Well, awesome, buddy. Well, you might be able to get in on here. We'll just try to go one subject at a time. That way we don't get too confused. So just let us know which one you're talking about and we'll be good. We'll be right as rain. Can I pick up all this dirt? Yes, apparently I can. Okay, guys, I'm just going to save it. George is out in his building. And
you stand on a lily pad because sometimes when you save it, the ice melts and I start drowning.
Okay, yeah, good idea. Good idea, Flame.
Yay.
So yeah, vampires, zombies. Okay, yeah, we'll continue with vampires because there's a couple other ideas that we could explore before we go into ghosts. In a dream, if you saw a vampire, what that would mean is something that uses your life force, your energy, to restore its own immortality. You know, well, almost. You know, it's almost immortality. Even without blood, a vampire can survive for thousands of years. So they have an extended lifespan. You know, maybe in fact there are types of beings on other planets out there that have that ability to
oh my gosh,
to use the life force energy of other people or other humanoids to prolong their own life.
There was this theory that
Jonathan, yeah. Hi Jonathan N.
Hello.
I'm awesome. We're just talking weird and wonderful things in our world, in our universe. Maniac says vampires remind me of certain anime, but I'll spare you the details. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Anyways, that reminded me of a theory that's maybe this is sort of like a vampire theory, but it also reaches out to another unidentified sort of monster thing that I don't really know much about, where it's like they feed off of like your youth or something.
Yeah, so they absorb your youth and then you get older. You get older and they get younger again.
Yeah, or there was this other theory where they could, since they just assumed that you had a limited lifespan, and whatever theory I was reading, so what would happen is they would just take the rest of the lifespan you had and you'd die instantly, and then your lifespan that you had left would add on to their lifespan.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how they kept living, was just taking other people's life. Literally.
Right. Jonathan's fine. Awesome stuff, says Molly. Yeah, that's great. It's awesome when people are feeling good. Oh, I know we use awesome in the wrong way because awe is, fear. And the sum is lots of it.
Oh my god, there's a house out here?
Yeah, that's Grosh's house. Don't go near it. He'll hunt you down and kill you. And yes.
Well, I'm assuming that Grosh hasn't been on here in a long time.
No, but there's no reason why he doesn't stop by just to check in case people are looking at his house or touching his fence.
Wait, so if I look at his house, he'll kill
while
me.
You're there, can you see if Horace is there somehow?
Wow.
I lost my horse. And the stink thing about me losing the horse was that it happened at the exact same time that PewDiePie did, and I hate using anybody else's bloody.
Oh no, zombie.
I don't like piggybacking on other people's fame, so I couldn't talk about my lost horse. I was going to name a whole stream that, and then I was looking through bloody trending, and there it was. I lost my horse. I'm like, damn you, Felix! Bloody stole my theme. Oh, jeez, what was it? 221, wasn't it? How does 221 go? I hope so too. He can be rather murderous.
Actually, I've gone on
I'm one short.
I've gone on here multiple times, over his gardens when I'm driving my horse because apparently I can't drive.
Driving your horse?
Riding.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
yep,
riding.
Cool.
I said riding.
Yeah, now you have. Have you got your bed, or can you use Grosh's bed? Look, you're totally just doing it to Grosh right now. He's like, oh my god, my house is being raided. Vampire theory is actually surprisingly interesting. Yeah. So, after what other types of vampires? We have the normal blood-sucking vampires. We have the spiritual, what do they call it? What the Archons suck out of you is Lush, your fear and suffering. It's Lush is short for Luciferianism, because it's all based. The Archons are based in a Satan worshipping cult. I don't know if George has a bed. But the Archons, unlike vampires, they exist in a dimension or a realm that is out of phase with our own, so that we wouldn't see them unless we were of that same energy. I had to look up the definition of awe after you said that, and it can be fear or wonder. That is interesting. That's right. So it can be wonderful, lots of wonder, or lots of fear, but fear and wonder at the same time.
Oh no!
It's pretty interesting.
Hi, Grosh.
Hey, Grosh.
Hey.
What's poppin'?
Hey.
Like I was just saying.
I used your bed. If it's
her,
okay.
Yeah, you can.
Don't kill me, please.
We'll
I'm just don't kill me.
Oh my god.
That is going to melt. Don't worry about that.
Oh jeez.
The thing is, I don't think I've ever played while Grosh has played, so just you telling me that he's going to kill me.
Yeah, it's been a while. Grosh,
okay, I think I got a sense of Grosh. Yeah,
which
bye.
is why I said, just don't even touch his fence, and yet she's right in his house. Like, well, you're totally getting hunted down by Grosh now.
I like how you're not going to do anything.
What? What? Oh, look, I've done it again. Stop interrupting me. I'm trying to go check the top of this thing over here. So obviously, Grosh, you've seen what happened, and now we're going to hear the story.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to hear the story in the chat. So I believe this was the block that it all starts from, and then it goes 2, 2, 1. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Oh crap! What happened to? Oh man!
It turned off. I saw it. Oh, there's a bridge.
Maniac. Well, my little sister literally just dumped a puppy on me out of nowhere. Nice. Grosh shows no mercy. He does. He does. We pretty much just talked about him, and he appeared.
Literally, the second I thought, I hope Grosh doesn't come into the chat, he was just like, what's up? And I'm like, oh my god. Timing.
Like, that is Murphy's Law in full effect right there. Of course, Murphy's Law, for the kids that don't know about it, which aren't any here tonight, would be that whatever could go wrong, will go wrong.
I can see my little weird
That
house.
should be one lower. There. 2 to that. And do I have some spruce to spruce this place up? Yes, excellent. Hang on. I've got to get up.
I'm
There.
sad.
Can I reach that?
I couldn't find a horse.
Couldn't find my horse. Oh, I can't reach it. Damn it.
Any horse. Couldn't find one horse. I found donkeys though.
I'll fix it
Not a horse.
from the top, I think. 1, 2, and then I go down 1. Jackson Johnson, how's it going, buddy?
Hey.
Yeah. But yes, back again. So we're... Yeah, vampires, and then the archons. What other sort of entities suck life out of you? I don't know. You know, poltergeists and stuff. It's sort of more linked to ghosts rather than vampires, because they don't suck your life force. They sort of just scare the crap out of you. No,
Paranormal activity.
yeah, paranormal activity. Quite an interesting subject as well. Oh, come on. Get it on the jump. There we go.
I'm like, oh, hey, Oma.
Hey, is it?
No, I call her.
Oh, yeah.
I call her Oma, but her name's Swami.
That's Mitty. Mitty, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Oma.
And thank you for subscribing, cuz I was gonna kiss a horse for $10 today. Sadly, we had to leave. Oh, I thought it would have been that the horse declined you, but that happens, buddy. No, I'm just kidding, mate. Oh man, I'm savage. Okay, Jackson, good. By the way, Flame, don't forget. Okay, and don't tell cousin thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he just reminded me about something that I said I was gonna do.
Yeah, and yet he obviously has no inkling of how Flame works. Is that if you've told her some sort of secret and you've also told her not to tell anybody,
No, that's only with you.
the first thing she does is tell everybody.
No.
It's like, this is a
Not with my
secret, we're
friend.
going to be throwing a party for your sister, and then we get back and
That wasn't my fault.
somebody else
I don't
was
even
controlling her
remember-
mouth, everybody.
I don't even remember telling her that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we'll let you off of that in 10 more years. Grosh, did you know there is a fish called a black swallower? No, I didn't, Grosh. Thank you for letting us know that. But yeah, it is PG because it's the name of a fish. It is PG. I'm going to say it's PG. Because only dirty-minded people would think that is dirty-minded. So, yeah, don't be dirty. Just, yeah, keep your mind PG, guys. Jeez.
I was literally about to say, Grosh only came here to say, hey, and scare me. Because he didn't say anything else after that.
Yeah. So, are there any other types? Do you guys know of any other types of vampires? Whether they, not the blood-sucking type, not the fear and suffering
Maybe some
sucking
feed
type.
off of your happiness. Maybe there's some that take your happiness.
Yeah, well,
and
there
feed off
was
of
something. There was something that fed off happiness. Daddy Chipmunk, is it Care Bears? Welcome, Daddy Chipmunk Gaming. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Care Bears. I just thought I'd throw that out to annoy people. But yeah, it's not Care Bears. Care Bears are cool. But unless you want to search up Care Bears in real life, because somebody's done some drawings and paintings of Care Bears in real life and turned them into horror Care Bears.
I've seen those.
Yeah, you should check them out. They are
Those
scary.
scare me.
They are scary. What else we got? Hi, Mark. Hi, Molsky. Ever heard of the Mexican amphibian species called an axolotl?
Yeah, axolotls. My class used to have one as a class pet. Well, we had two. One was named Axel and one was named Lottie.
Oh.
Very creative.
Yeah, well, that works.
Yeah,
That
very
does
cute.
work.
We had an albino one and a black one.
Where's my crafting table? I didn't bring one.
And then we ended up apparently getting baby ones because then they had little babies.
They did?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of the axolotl. Care Bears? Yeah, I know, I was just kidding, Mitty. I dislike Care Bears. That's my baby Neff favourite show. Hey, don't diss Care Bears. I dislike Care Bears. Sunny is mine. Yeah, well, they had amazing powers, didn't they, Care Bears? But they're kind of not anything like vampires. I was just hoping that maybe somebody else had another version of a vampire that we could discuss.
Oh, I've also seen not only Care Bears, but other childhood animations like SpongeBob and all of the classics turned into horror. Like horror images.
Oh yeah, yeah, they were really realistic.
So much.
I need to make planks
so
first.
Real.
I need to make sure they're planks, not...
Oh, and when they would turn, like they'd get animations and they'd show what they'd look like if they were humans.
Oh yeah,
those
that's
have
even worse.
scared me as well.
Sparkly vampire, yeah, they could be. Flame, imagine if we bring your pet to school day. Yeah.
Bring my pet. My
Yeah,
cat
it's
would
off topic.
kill me.
It's off topic, Jackson. We're talking vampires and stuff.
Yeah.
Use your ears, bro. Bro, use your ears, man. So if nobody has any other vampires out there, but I was trying to think, there was one that fed on happiness. There was a type of being that fed on happiness. And it ain't unicorns. Those guys eat human hearts. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true. I haven't met
We
it.
used to eat human hearts. Us models.
Well, that's the legend. That's the history, isn't it? And we can't really take history as the gospel because one, nobody alive from that period is still here to tell us firsthand what happened.
Yeah.
And then two, there's lots of ways you can use history as a means to gain a political foothold in a country. So it could have just been a story, because there's always those stories that become truth because they get told over and over and over again. They want oh look, those are depressed vampires. They want to steal people's happiness. Good shot, Murangi. That is a good analogy of that situation.
I thought it was crouching. I wasn't.
That more than possible, but there was an actual entity in not history books, in myth and legend, that fed on happiness. In a way, humans get a certain, we feed on happiness in a way, don't we? When you're a a service to others type of person, you get a certain high from helping other people for no reward, which is of course the way it should be done, but it doesn't always happen that way. Some people do it for the reward, and then they get depressed because the reward wasn't up to the expectation that they had of what was going to happen there, and that's sad because nobody gets what they want when they expect something that they're not going to get. I don't. Does that make sense? English, please, she says. Now here we go. I've heard that. What if there was a vampire? You mean like Blade? No, you don't mean like Blade.
No.
He drinks vampire blood.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to
Well,
say.
you mean like Corvus and what's that one called? It was with Kate Beckinsale, was it? Underworld. The Underworld story that hit a few years ago. The third movie was where a lichen and a vampire not had a baby, or just both bit the same person and had this special blood, and it turned him into a vampire
baby.
werewolf. A vampire werewolf.
A vampire werewolf.
Yeah, a vampire werewolf is what he got turned into. So he was a bit of both, but he drank vampire's blood as well. And he could kill a vampire by biting it, so that is a little different. He didn't actually prolong his life by doing so. I don't even know if he got a high off it. Because, I suppose vampires do get highs off it. If you've watched the movie Interview with the Vampire with Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Christian Slater, and Kirsten Dunst, a whole bunch of other big names in Hollywood. By the way, my dog Tyson, he's depressed too. Okay, well, get him to see a psychiatrist.
Oh, wow. What did he commit?
So Maniac, he gonna drink your vamp blood too. So vampires, the things on Harry Potter. Oh yeah, the Soul Eaters. What are they called? I hope they're not called Soul Eaters, because if that's the point, I'm asking. You know, I'm asking the wrong question. Would he commit self-vampirism? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do that. No, what about the Space Pyre? It's a vampire from space. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I don't know about the space vampires. But, oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Yeah, bless me. I sneeze so many times.
Yeah, and thanks. The Maniac, how you know I sneeze. But anyway, next one up is ghosts. What, you know, have you had any experiences with them? What sort of ghosts do you know about? Let's just start from the beginning. Oh yes, he slept.
Oh, he slept.
Let's just start from the beginning.
Excuse me.
And yeah, okay, ghosts.
I like how I asked after I grabbed the drink.
The typical definition of ghost is the spirit of a dead person trying to, you know, continue to exist on this plane of reality. Now, if you think of our layers of existence as different densities, there'd be like first density is rocks and minerals, atoms, sort of one-dimensional things. They're not sentient. They're not aware of themselves. They are observing and interacting with other aspects. And then there's the second density, which is of course your animals, your plant life. So they're living beings that are non-sentient, that can interact with the world around them. That, you know, the animals work off basic instinct, that the plants work off a different realm of emotion. They have an emotional intent to seek out light, and in order, you know, that's why they absorb sunlight and sort of breathe the air in the same way that they do. In the opposite way that humans do. They breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen, and whereas we breathe in oxygen and a mix of all the other gases in the air, and we breathe out carbon dioxide. So, you know, we're in a symbiotic relationship with their plants.
I heard that some ghosts don't know that they're ghosts.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I'm only up to stage 2. Stage 3, the third density is, of course, sentient life forms like us, you know, your 5-point system, a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and self-aware. And then, of course, there is fourth density. This is a density above us, but existing on the same plane. So you imagine, you know, how the universe itself is made up of atoms and space between the atoms. But even our bodies, we're actually, I think it was only 1% of us is atoms. The other 99% is space between those atoms holding it together. So here we go. Now, I missed a few things here, so I'm just going to pop back up and see if I can read back a little bit. I know it all, heck yeah. Yo, ghosts, okay, what about a cheese spire or a vampire that only eats cheese? Jackson is a little behind. Poltergeist, cool. When I'm a ghost, I'm just going to float around. I have a book full of ghost information, says Mitty. Awesome stuff, Mitty. Might want to pull that out if you want to talk more about that. When I'm a ghost, I watch over the ones I love. Actually, when I'm a ghost, I'm going to travel and haunt peeps. Sky Y says, hey, hi Sky, welcome. We're talking weird and wonderful things. We've done vampires, and we've now moved on to ghosts and any sorts of ghosts like that. Would ghosts have feelings? Mitty, Rome was in Australia. Yeah, okay, Jackson is completely off the topic. But, yeah, so on the fourth density, where that is one step above where we're at, it would be like, you know, existing at a higher vibration, a faster speed than us. You know? You go above 60 hertz, 60 or 70 hertz, and we can't see that fast. So if something was to move by us faster than 60, move with its atoms moving faster than 60 times per second, we would not be able to see it. That is just how that works. So if you want to become invisible, just learn how to adjust the frequency at which your atoms vibrate, and then you will become invisible. You become out of phase with this existence, which is possible. There's one idea behind what is happening with ghosts. But You know, we've got to consider the spiritual, or at least the physical aspect of ghosts, which is that they were once human. They were once a living, breathing person. And say, you know, you've heard about the whole, okay, they've got unfinished business. That's why they're still here. They've still got something to do before they go. They need to finish what they were doing on Earth before they can ascend to the heaven of their choice. And would ghosts have feelings? So if they were humans that had passed on, yes, ghosts would have feelings. But if you go and watch the movie The Sixth Sense, you'll see how they portray ghosts as being these entities that are only believing and seeing what they want to see, because they're still living in their life. They're living out their life as if they had not died. You know, it's as if you can't let go of what is happening.
Some TV shows that I've watched about ghosts, I think they can show feeling, because a lot of the ghosts, like paranormal activities that I've seen on those shows, the ghosts are there because they're angry or something like that, because of something that they couldn't do. I think they were still angry about something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think that they can show emotions, because some of them are here because of anger.
Yeah. Now that sort of leads us into poltergeists, because of course the poltergeist can affect this reality, like ghosts can. You know, ghosts can move things and make things fall off shelves, that sort of stuff. And poltergeists to a much greater degree can do those same sorts of things. You know, this is from the mythology, from the basic things we know. And of course there's movies about poltergeists. There's a whole bunch. They usually link it back to, you know, Christian religion, which is, you know, yeah, that's the way to go. Lots of stuff, you know, there's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So already you got ghosts in the first part of the Bible. And then on top of that, when you think about what sort of ghosts, okay, I'm going to get into the poltergeist one. Recent studies that were done in 2017 had found that poltergeist activity, of a large percent of it, was actually telekinetic teenagers having emotional tantrums. So get that into your system. Imagine that. Cause of zoom. By the way, are ghosts faster than us humans?
Most likely.
Ghosts are existing on a different dimension, if they exist at all. They'd exist on a different frequency, because everything in the world is a frequency. Light moves at a certain frequency, sound moves at a frequency, waves in the ocean, you know, the whole you know, our solar system move around these frequencies to that. So you could say that ghosts do move faster than us, but in another way, it wouldn't be like physically. They wouldn't be physically moving faster than us, because the fourth dimensional, in that fourth density, there is a lot less physicality to it than here in the third. We're a lot more grounded here and now, rather than a ghost. Because we've seen apparitions, especially in haunted places where people have died under very, you know, macabre or dangerous circumstances, you know, or horrific circumstances. But what if, say, a ghost is merely a psychic impression of what had happened there, from the perspective of the person perceiving the ghost. Okay, so it's not actually a ghost there. What's happened? What I would put to you guys is that it's actually the person picking up on the energy of what had happened that was so emotionally traumatic in that area that it manifests as a visual and auditory hallucination to let you know something went down there. So perhaps looking at it from that angle, you might get a little more in touch with the reality side of it. Whereas if you were to take that out of the equation and go, okay, no, that ghosts are literally people that have passed over into the afterlife and have come back for some sort of, fixing up. They gotta do one more thing before they can actually go, so that they can feel at peace and go up to heaven. Just like in the movie Ghost, he had to sort his stuff out before he went. Patrick Swayze, Whoopi Goldberg, was it Demi Moore? They're all in that movie. Crouton King, Iron and Diamond Tools at George. Are there any better tools, Coles, that you could use? Go down to Y12, George, and get your tools, please.
Hi, Joseph.
Yeah.
By the way, hey.
Hey, Joseph. Oh yeah, welcome, Joseph. Sorry I missed your message there, buddy. And Croucon's first one. Have you guys ever seen the movie called Chronicles? I have seen one called Chronicle, but not Chronicles. And maybe that's an anime. Is it an anime one?
No, it's not an anime.
Oh, okay.
Well, if it's the Chronicles that I'm thinking of, it's not. There might be. Anyways,
yeah.
I was wondering...
Can you get your own tools, please, George? I'm doing a roof build right now, man.
I was wondering...
I don't really have much except in the tool chest. I hope everyone's good spirits. Yeah, thanks, Maniac. Aaron Connor, I just subbed. Thank you very much, Aaron. I do appreciate that.
Is that Aaron? Probably.
I'm not sure. But welcome to the stream, Aaron.
Anyways, so you have 3 normal level 1 protections and this 1 level 3 protection. I was wondering if I could use
the protection 3. Well, have a look through that set and see if you can find more of them.
Yeah, I have. There's 3 protection 1s.
Okay.
And there's this 1 protection.
Well, you'll be able to get a protection 2 out of protection 1. Where's my damn window? Man, this place is hard to navigate at night. I'll see if I can find you something, George, but man, I'd really appreciate it if you got your own stuff, dude. Joseph says, y'all made that house? I made that. What we're in. Yeah, I made all these. Pretty much in this village, I've made everything. Flame has her own house. George has made his own house out of my materials, which I found out recently.
I want to name my house.
But
because
yeah,
it looks like a person. Looks like your grandpa.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
you can use the 2 protection 1s, put them together, make protection 2. Then at least you'll have a 2. You won't be able to use protection 1 and protection 2 together. You won't get a bonus. You'll need protection 2, protection 2. So you probably need 4 protection 1s in order. Oh my god, my brain has stopped.
Oh my god, you scared me.
I'm gonna see if there's any like iron tools in here. Nah, look, I've given. Oh, look, there's an axe and a shovel.
Oh wait, is that Grosh?
That is
Grosh,
no. Aussie Cat was asking.
Oh, yeah, you can. If you want, I could just give you some iron because I've got heaps.
Yeah, I've got, you still owe me half stack. Joseph says, fine. Laugh out loud. And Crouton King says, so what's the talking topic? Okay, talking topic is weird and wonderful. Yeah, we've been through talking about vampires, and we were on to talking about ghosts, poltergeists, and all spirits of that nature, and what sort of things revolve around those ideas, where the myths came from, what movies are good to watch about those sorts of things. Which of course
theories.
Yeah, theories as well. Anything goes, just drop it in the chat. We'll
see, it looks like
if it's cool, we'll explore it. It does. With a sort of, with a hat, maybe with a feather on it, except his cap's backwards because he's a cool grandpa.
I want to name him Grandpa Joe for some reason. This is Grandpa Joe now. Everyone can call him.
Okay, that's Grandpa Joe. Okay, the house of Grandpa Joe. I didn't know you could combine 1 books to make a 2 book. Oh, jeez. I'm getting eaten by a spider because I'm not paying attention.
But yeah, I'll see if you need.
Ow!
If you need tools, come outside my door and I'll just throw iron at you.
Yeah.
Because I need to get iron for Dad, anyways.
We do have pets, Joseph. She does. Flamegirl does.
Pets. 2 dogs and a cat.
I don't keep pets myself. In the game, in real life, sure. We've got a leather farm here and a blacksmith there that I've built, and this is the library. And I'm just heading over to Aussie Cat, aka George. George is in the chat there. This is his house across the little bridge. He's planted all these trees and everything like that. Sorry, just reposting what I said before. Now that's all right. Sorry we missed it, Mitty. I've seen ghosts before. I've seen them, and they have a certain aura around them. It's if it's a bright white, it tends to mean no harm. If it's dark, then it has some bad intent. Yes, indeed. Which of course leads us on to auras and stuff like that. Where's George gone? Where's? Oh, he's behind me. Here we go, George. I had it.
Oh wait, both of you are in the same place. This will be much easier to give out the iron. Both of you stay right there.
Yeah. He's built a little mausoleum here. I would appreciate it if you stop building on my continent too, please, George. Please, because like I said at the start, man, I've mapped out this whole thing. It's taken me a long time to map it out, and some things might get broken. So yeah, when we're talking auras are effectively an energy field that people who are in tune with that. Oh, hey, can you give him this iron axe, please? Oh, he's right below us. He's right below us. He's down there mining. So maybe we'll just chuck his stuff in the chest. Chuck his stuff in one of his chests. Okay, cool. Well, good luck.
If I get lost, it's your fault, Aussie.
Have a party at his house without asking. You probably should, eh, Joseph? That would be fun.
Wait, how did he get over there?
Yeah, well, he's digging around down there. That's all done. Boing. And Flame.
Oh, he's coming back up.
Yeah,
okay.
Flame is my eldest daughter, Joseph. Just so you know.
The daughter, not the sister.
Yeah, not
the girlfriend.
Not the girlfriend. I don't know why people would think a nearly 40-year-old man would go out with her. Anyway, let's not get all Epstein up in here.
That was the slowest move ever. Okay, you're good now. Bye.
Yeah.
Literally,
I just drop and go. Oof, laugh my ass off. So, yeah, when we're talking auras, people that see auras are likely to be able to see ghosts as well, because they sort of operate on the same principles, in that they're something that is just vibrating in a way that it's not a physical sight. You know, to look at an aura it's not a physical thing. It's a combination of emotional and spiritual connection between yourself and, you know, the universe, God, whatever we want to call it. So, you know, in relationship to ghosts and stuff, that's a spiritual connection, especially if you're seeing ghosts in and around your life. It might just mean that you're spiritually inclined, that you have a well-developed psychic ability, which most people are born with. Yeah, like me, and being able to know that there was a zombie there. I totally didn't though. Yeah, a well-developed psychic ability is useful. It's helpful, especially when you know, if you want to be a ghost hunter, that would be a cool way to do it. Maniac Harvey Weinstein, yeah, Geez, Epstein really made him look like small fish in a large ocean, didn't he? I can feel the wairua, which is, of course, wairua is the Māori word for what we would call spirit in English, and it has a very direct, you know, wairua is got a large meaning to it also, so it's like it would encompass aura, energies, all that sort of thing. It would be, I think, if you were translated into Chinese, it would be chi, or your ki energy. I think in Japanese it's ki, and in Chinese it's chi. So yeah, all of those energies sort of run around the same. Oh God, don't fall asleep again, computer. Oh no, don't start that. That
was horrible.
Okay, I destroy and move what I was building. Thanks, George. I'm sorry, I keep doing this to everybody. I was like, I gotta put signs up. Don't build on my beep land, you beep. And Mitty says, yep, yeah, sounds about right, doesn't it? But, yeah, that was interesting about poltergeist, though. You know, like, if we can go back to the different energies that people have seen around ghosts, you know, the white ones being good ghosts, and the, oh geez, did I just get up out of bed? It's still nighttime.
Yeah, you just got up.
Okay, well, maybe George is at his bed now. No, probably not. He's still digging. Let him dig. Let George dig. We don't want to make him.
badly make eye contact with this Enderman.
Okay, well,
Because
maybe get closer. And just go, hey.
And follow him around until he finally like crouches at me like, hi.
She's laughing. Maniac's like, everything's funny. Okay, what? Yeah, because when you think of auras and then the ghosts being light and dark, you know, in sense of auras, every different color had a different meaning. You know, the colors weren't always the same because from person to person, their energies are different. Their perceptions of the world around them are different. So that's what alters the colors. And you know, like the white has always been something clear and pure. You know, it's always linked back to, you know, you can link it back to the movies, because you know, even in Star Wars, the Jedi, who are the good guys, wore white, and you know, the dark Sith Lords, they all wore dark colors, and they just, you know, look like bad guys. But then if you go watch there's a couple of cool YouTube videos about how the Jedi were actually the bad guys, and the Federation, or the Republic, were actually the good guys in that story. So if you like that, go check that out. I forget the exact name, but yeah, it would be helpful if I could, you know, give you the exact name of who did what and where and how. But yeah, with the colors of auras and things like that, it was, yeah, white for good, black are the dark clouds, you know, because, you know, I've seen a lot of auras myself hanging around people. Like, you know, we have people that are called tohunga here in New Zealand. They are like the equivalent of a Indian shaman, or your Old English wizards, your magicians, that sort of thing. That's what they did. That's what function they performed in society, was, you know, understanding the magical, or at least the supernatural, the unexplained things of our universe. And geez, where was I going with that? And when I met two tohunga at my mother's funeral, basically one was a white lighter and one was a dark cloud. Okay. And this is just how I perceive them as they came up to me, because they both truly wanted to talk to me because of what I can do. And then yeah, the white lighter guy was really wonderful. Obviously I had to turn both of them down, because at this point there is no reason for me to take up that course. There was no reason for me to take up that course of action, to become part of that sort of a religious structure also, which I'm not against religion. I'm just not particularly for being completely involved in one. You know, to the point where it has to be. That is my life, and that is who I am. I like to have a bit of choice. But yeah, the Dark Cloud one, man, he was so trying very hard to hide his true intentions, and because I could see right through it, and I don't know whether he knew I could see right through it or not, but by the end of it, it was sorted out. You know, we both understood each other. And the same with the White Lighter. I was like a step away from joining and doing with him what he was trying to teach, because even though he already had 3 apprentices, he really can't take on a lot of apprentices. Ever been in the present or witness a ghost or entity in front of your eyes? Yes, I have. I will move on to that story in a minute, Crewcon King. What if a ghost has an aura that is not white nor black, green or maybe orange? Okay, so that leads into the colors, the emotions. Okay, so each color relates to a certain emotion. You know, in our own mythology, you know, green is envy. You know, red is anger. You know, somebody fiery red. You know, even if our emoji faces have, you know, red to them. The red angry emoji. That sort of thing. So
pink.
You know, pink would be that loving harmony sort of color. I know purple is sexual color, because that I used to see a lot when I was young. You know, and the girls would look at me and they would just glow purple, and I could go hang out with her tonight. So yeah, if they have a certain color to them, it's it probably alludes to the emotion that ghost is feeling, just like, you know, the dark clouds emit that black horrible, you know, just gut-wrenching, something bad. So I got a bad feeling about this sort of situation, right through to the, hey man, this is really cool. This is a spiritual moment. You know, when you see that white light pinging off your eyeballs. So yeah, that touches on that one. Dance party at her house. Cool. Well, tuhunga, yes, they were really tapu. They are really sacred, and of course tapu is sacred in Māori language. Tohunga that are bad can do something called makutu. Makutu means to curse. That is correct. That is correct. Pretty much anybody can do that. It's, you know, but people that understand the mechanics of being able to curse people would not do it. You know, you're not protected when you curse somebody. That is crossing over into the idea of witches and stuff like that. The witch couldn't cast a curse without it bouncing back on her 3 times, which is why 3 witches would cast a curse, so that it would divide the 3 bad karma aspects of that coming back on them. You know, so they'd be able to deal with it more readily. That's why there was 3 wishes. Did you find my horse?
No.
Oh, damn it.
I'm just using
like,
this horse
Horace! My buddy Horace is back!
I'm using this horse to find another horse that's real.
I'm gonna dig my horse. Oh yeah, let's not get back into that again.
No.
Damn, that is an addictive song. It's like crack for the ears. That is terrible. Oh dear. Okay, would you say your own opinion, been in that situation, is a curse or a gift? It's a gift, but it feels like a curse sometimes. You have to put all bad energy you feel and throw it towards a person who they... Yeah, well, that is how they do it, I suppose. I have not wanted to curse anybody because I just don't see the need. And... you know, because I'm a curse breaker. I actually broke a curse in our family, and I went to see a wise woman, a seer of sorts, my auntie. No, she is pretty amazing. She's pretty onto it with that sort of stuff. But anyway, she told me of a 100-generation curse that existed between my family and another family, and you know, we discussed this, and it linked back to my brother also, that we had, at the time of the curse, we had killed each other in a lifetime. And then we'd been cursed to become each other's brothers for 100 lifetimes. At the same time, we were going through this curse from this other family. And fair enough, the other family that was that had cursed us, after we got to the bottom of it, it took about a couple of years to work out who they were, where they were from, and it turned out it was the family of my daughter here, her mum's family. So and the prophecy was that the curse would be broken when the two families united, and we're the first Flamegirl here is the first blending of our two families in 100 generations. So, wow. Yeah, okay. Definitely, I would say it's a gift. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Kukon. So yeah, that was breaking a curse. Look, took 100 lifetimes. Imagine how many, even if we just live for 50 years, that's 50 times 100. That's 5,000 years. Nah, 500 years. Eek.
You thought they got
50
it wrong.
times 100. No, it's 5,000. 5,000 years. 5,000 years, guys. That is a long time. That is a long time. Even if, that's just on an average 50. I'm sure, there were certain years where you didn't quite make it to 20, but maybe some of them you made it to 80, so it sort of balances out over 100 lifetimes. I think that's good. I think that's the roof. I think that is the roof sorted. Oh yeah, well, finally for you or finally for me? I think I might be being premature about it though, because I usually say, that's it, it's done. And then I look around and it's like, I've got to fix this, I've got to break that, I've got to, so I'm going to do that stuff while we talk about more. That's so cool. Hell yeah. That is so cool, isn't it, Mitty? Which of course leads me on to my ghost story. Ooh! Okay,
Oh
I don't
my
know.
gosh.
That did not sound very scary, did it?
After this story, can you tell them the story about the time travel portal?
Oh
Can you
yes,
tell
yes.
them that
We'll
one?
talk
That
about the
one
time
is-
travel portal when we
that
get into
one's
that
cool.
part of Weird and Wonderful.
Yeah.
So here we go. Ghost story. The year. The year was 1991. Okay. In 1991, I was living in a very small town, only 45 minutes from where Flamegirl lives currently. It is actually 2 hours and 45 minutes. Hang on. No, it's an hour and 15 minutes from here. No, hang on. It's an hour and 30. They keep changing the roads. The roads are getting quicker. So don't blame me. So yeah, in the far north of New Zealand, I was down at the marae, which I won't name just to keep our identity safe. No, even though pretty much there's two of you already know who we are in the chat, and you know a lot of you do know us quite personally anyway. But yeah, in 1991, I went to the marae. Now, the marae, if you don't know, if you're not a New Zealand Māori talking person, is a meeting house that everybody shares, and you know they've got a church up the back and a whare kai where you eat food, where you eat together, and the whare nui where you sleep. Now, on this particular marae, there was also a caretaker's house. Okay, now the caretaker's house there had always been rumoured to be haunted. And because I'm 11, you know, and I was hanging out with my cousins and my brother and a few other friends, you know, this is in the 90s, people hung out together on the street and just did whatever that was fun because, you know, you had TV, but once like Thundercats was over, it's like, okay, now what do we do? But anyway, we go. What's happening? What? You got something to say?
Oops.
Oh yeah, okay. Now let's see. Nope, lol. Well, that's a beautiful way to break a curse. It is, isn't it? I got a question for the girl. There you go.
What's up? What do you want? No.
Yeah, you fire it, and I'll continue with my story there, Joseph. And so we're all down at the marae, all hanging out. At some point, there was an awkward silence, and a mosquito landed on my face, and because I don't know, because I was 11, instead of just like slapping the mosquito with this hand, I used this hand like that, and everybody started laughing. Because, I don't know, you know, that was just something funny in the 90s. Slapping yourself in the face is funny in the 90s. Which is what drove it, you know, we were all having a great time, and then somebody said, should we go check in the old house? Now, everybody knew you weren't allowed to go in the old, you couldn't go into the caretaker's house. You just don't, everybody knew it, everybody right there. But it was a challenge. It was something that basically, who's got the courage to go into the old haunted house? And there were 6 of us, you know, there was a 14-year-old, there was my brother who was 9, I was 11, there was my cousin who was also 14, and there was a couple others that, I think they were like 12 and 13, that sort of age group. Now out of the 6 of us, it was only me and my elder cousin who's a girl, that wanted to go into this place. There was actually 3 of us at the start, but the closer the third person got, the less they felt like going into this house. They could feel that there was bad juju, there was bad stuff going down. Holy crap.
And by the way, Joseph, yes. Just saying.
Yeah, sorry. The thing's gone off here. Do you like
Takis?
Takis? Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, about 2 steps from the door, you know, you can, let me just paint a picture of this house. It's a white, dilapidated house with boards across the windows, smashed windows in other places, you know, missing boards, the floorboards were rotten. There was a small deck on the outside with a couple of posts and a small awning out the front. And it was covered in dirt. It had not been cleaned or maintained for many, many years, just because of the fact that everybody just didn't not want to go near or touch this place. Okay, now it probably had about 3 rooms to it, you know, just a lounge, a bedroom, and, you know, your bathroom, a couple of cupboards, that sort of thing. So it wasn't a large house. It was very, you know, it was rather petite, rather small as far as houses go. So yeah, we got up to the first step, and the third person pretty much bolted. They were just like, nah, I'm out. And so then it was just me and my girl cousin. So we're standing there, we look at each other and we're like, you good? Like, yeah, we're good. So we open the door. You know, it's not locked. Nobody would lock their doors, especially not in that town, especially not that house. And you know, went in through the door as you would. Had a look around. All looked just like it had not been lived in. You know, there was leaves on the floor. There was blinging, you know, black mold on the walls. There was the paint was fading. The wallpaper was falling off in places here and there. And there looked like there was a few stains. There was water patches on the roof, that sort of thing. And Sikjan, yeah, sorry, you can't hear, yeah, you can't say that in there. But there, you know, welcome Sikjan, but yeah, self-promoting, YouTube doesn't do it, doesn't allow it. And also probably you might get time, no, I'm not timing you out. So yeah, we go in there, there's nothing. We have a look around, we look in the kitchen, you know, the tap sort of, it's never worked in years because the plumbing's all off, and the water tank, somebody had taken the water tank because nobody's going to use it anyway. And you know, didn't go into the bathroom or anything, because by the time we're in the kitchen, that's when things started to get weird. Because I had gone into the kitchen, my cousin was still in the lounge, which was just the main area. There was no furniture, there was nothing, you know, there was a hole in the floor over in one corner of the room, and it was only a small hole, you know, about yay big. And while I was in the kitchen, cousin said, cuz, come and check this out. And I'm like, what? Okay. So I go out there and she goes, do you see that? And I'm like, see what? And I'm looking around and it's like, no, I don't really see anything. She's like, no, just wait a sec, do you see that? And then I looked closer, and then there was this small hole in the wall, okay, that started to get bigger. And we're like, okay, yeah, I see that.
Oh my god.
And so we giggled a little bit, right? And just because, you know, it was that nervous, oh, okay, yeah, something's going on. And as the hole got bigger, it wasn't a hole. What was happening, it was getting wet, and it was dark brown wet. And then it got to a point where it just burst out of the wall, and there was this blood running down the wall out of this hole, and then it started down the whole wall from the roof, and it was just everywhere. And that's when we bolted. I don't know how she got out of the place faster than I did, but she was closer to the door. She bolted out the door, and I don't know why, but I ran for the window that had like the boards, you know, they have a couple of boards that are all boarded up. There was no glass or anything in it, so I just sort of jumped through, kind of got half stuck, and then got out of there. So it wasn't a ghost though. That was not a ghost. That was the closest feeling of some sort of entity going on there. And thanks for the sub, Joseph. I'm back. I was in oh yeah, cool. And yeah, by the end of that experience, you know, people were trying to ask us what happened in there, and we're like, well, this is what happened. And they're like, nah. Like, yeah, that's what it felt like. No, and you know, me and my cousin talked about it for, you know, weeks, months afterwards. It was just the feeling of what was happening, and of course, you know, we did, after about an hour, we actually went back to have a look again. Just peeked in that boarded window that I jumped out, and nothing. There was nothing on the wall. It was like it never happened. So, oh man, it totally freaked me out at the time. Because yeah, I usually don't jump through windows when there's a perfectly good door right behind me. Like, why? it was where it was fight or flight. Like, that was the exit that I saw. After I saw that, I was like, exit, exit, stay clear. I think I even made that little sound the Roadrunner makes when he when he takes off.
Oh my god.
That was pretty creepy.
I used to see spirits a lot. Like, I just see them, I used to wave at them all the time. I don't see them as much anymore. Don't know why, maybe they don't like me, but yeah, I don't see them as much anymore. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, I'd say that, like, it's a mood sensitive thing. You know, when you're in a particular mood, you're open to certain experiences, but then your life has been busier in different ways since you were having those experiences.
Yeah,
She's gotten into a situation with her friends and stuff, and those sorts of things do affect the way you perceive the world. So it's understandable that, you know, you'd have to make room in life for your friends, and, you know, some things come and go. It's like the idea of imaginary friends, you know, like, yeah, as kids, some kids have imaginary friends, and they hang out with them for years until finally they get to a point where they don't need their imaginary friend anymore, and they move on. You know, and the imaginary friend just fades into existence, and then eventually gets forgotten until some sort of, you know, trigger event or item pops up in their life again, and they're like, I had an imaginary friend. And you remember these things as adults, and it's quite interesting. George says, hey, I'm staying in the stream, but I'm leaving the game. That's all good, George. Do whatever you feel like, buddy. I'll just save it to make sure that everything's all good. And then we'll also say cancel. Wait, what? You're talking about matakite? It's when you see spirits. Yes, we have been talking about that the whole time you've been gone, Jason. So you're just coming in at the end. I started a build on a hill. Cool. In the spruce biome. Nice stuff, George. I'll have to check it out the next time. Next time we're in there.
I've tried to check into my house.
How do I?
How do I interpret that?
What spiritual meaning does that have? No, I'm just kidding. Good night, Maniac. Thanks for sticking around so long and listening to crazy stories about weird and wonderful things. I'm just going to get this jersey off. It's gotten too hot. Too hot. Too hot. Holy crap, is it 10:52?
No, it's not. The clock's lying.
Oh no, we've overshot by like whole hours and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to get off at 10:30.
We had a time limit.
Yeah, we did, because my lovely lady is going to go to sleep. Holy crap. Okay, so now I'm off to get in trouble for talking all night about this stuff. Nice to used to see the weird things appear and they go in a flash. It is like those sorts of things. As soon as you look at them, as soon as you notice them and see them with your eyes, then they're gone, because you're not actually seeing it with your eyes. You're seeing it with your spirit, your ihi, your soul. That's what's looking at it. Your eternal spirit is noticing another spirit in the room.
Oh, I actually just remembered the last time I saw a spirit. Like, when I was a kid, when I saw them, like the auras and stuff, they were usually just white ones. They were just nice and neutral, and I used to talk to them and we'd be friends. But all the recent ones, when I haven't seen them much, they've been more dark auras. I don't know why. It's scary.
Well, the dark ones come around. They sort of, like I was saying about the spiritual world versus the physical world. Like is attracted to like in the spiritual world. So a spirit of light will be attracted to you if you're of the light. If you're feeling dark thoughts, it will be attracted to, the dark ones will be attracted. And that is just pretty much how that works. So it just means raise your vibration, think positive thoughts, try to keep your thoughts clear and focused on what you want to happen rather than what you don't want to happen. Good night, guys. Have a great day tomorrow. Cheers, Mitty. Good night. Not Luke. I seeing your hand appear, and then I wish I had Minecraft, but I have it on my iPad. But I'm on YouTube on it right now. Oh, that's a bummer, Joseph. Because it is a fun game to play while you do all sorts of stuff. I am good. The spirits I saw were dark ones. Yeah, there you go, Jackson.
Yeah. Anyways, the last spirit that I saw was actually all the dark spirits I've seen. They've never told me like what dark things they've done, but they've just had conversations with me. Is that weird? Like dark spirits not doing anything bad and just talking to you? Is that a bad thing?
Well, you know, that's how they do it in real life too. That's how people manipulate others in real life. It's through that same methodology. Like,
yeah, but then I'd like never see them again after that.
oh well, that's kind of good then. You know, in another way, they might just be coming to, you know, to do this, that, or the other thing, which is God knows what. But yeah, we really got to go, sweetheart. I suppose she'll want to go to sleep, and she'll be in Bub's room. She said she just laid in there if she wanted to go to sleep. So it's like blooming. I don't understand because I'm a man. Oh dang. But I totally want to just play this all night. Which is terrible. You know, it's always feel more fun at night rather than during the day because it's so busy and everybody's doing all these things, and whereas at night it's all nice and quiet and you can get some stuff done. Like during the day I don't get a break. Like nobody gets a break honestly, but I don't need a break from bloody doing things with kids and stuff like that. Hey Flame. What you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Use your big girl words. Oh look, I'm missing stuff. I said, and I got a PS4, but I don't have Minecraft on PS4. Ah.
I just dropped off all the dirt that I picked up.
It would be so much better on PC though, if you had a choice. I don't have a gaming PC, so unfortunately it's PS4 all the way. All the way. Oh crap. Sweet.
You have like a stacking full of dirt somewhere around there.
For what?
You probably already picked it up. Like a stacking full bits of dirt.
Okay.
Oh.
But yeah. Weird and wonderful stuff. We covered the vampires, we covered
the ghosts.
And ghosts. We only managed to do 2 subjects in a couple of hours. But that's alright, I guess. I had a lot, you know, there are so many different aspects of all of these subjects, which is why I like, you know, I don't mind these long live streams because they do take time. Usually just one subject would be enough to do the whole lot. Hey Ninja, how's it going, buddy?
Hi Ninja. You come just when we're gonna end the stream.
Yeah, we're just shutting it down, mate. And what you up to tomorrow? Maybe I can come build that thing for you. Yeah. Because how many hours from now? Geez. 8 to 10 should be enough. I'd love to get up and just do a morning stream. Nobody's around though. Everybody's still asleep. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't mind streaming by myself. I haven't done that in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. I haven't streamed by myself in 3 weeks because the last time I streamed was actually with Flamegirl on the weekend. Yes, I have finished it.
Joseph's wondering if he can join if he gets Minecraft on PS4.
Oh yeah, for sure, buddy. Like, you can even add me on PlayStation, Discord, that sort of thing. Oops, that is not the button. I want to press that one. So I'm just going to punch my PSN in there. You can add me, and I'll add you after the...
+1 is window or 2.
What?
Yeah,
and if you have
+1 is.
Discord, you can add us all in there and catch up with us on that one there.
1 + Q equals 2, which means that Q equals
1. Are they doing integers?
Actually, we just finished that subject in class, and we're going on angles now.
Oh, yeah.
It is way too easy for my liking.
Well, great. But thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a wonderful now moment for the rest of the time that you are awake today. And in the meantime, be kind to one another. Peace. That has been our weird and wonderful show for this evening.
Night, guys. Or morning.
Yeah, good night from NZ.
Bye.